What would be three things that you would tell regular people, investors, to think about when they're trading or investing?
Okay, so I'm going to say that my polite suggestion would be not to be a trader, because you can't be faster than any machine. You can't.
Okay.
Number one. Number two is, when you're doing your work, and you should do it, you should try to do it using monthly charts.
Okay.
Not daily charts. Monthly charts, because it smooths out the trend and you're able to see it more clearly.
I was looking at this chart and maybe going to turn it into monthly. That's why I looked away.
Yeah, that's fine. I would concentrate on monthly charts. And number three is, I would always, to your point, get myself, I want to understand what my out position is. Meaning, if I buy a stock and it goes against me, what's my stop? What is getting me out? If I'm short a stock and it goes against me, what is my stop that's getting me out? Yeah. And to your point, I'm just going to add one more thing to what you said at the very end. I met this PM many years ago, and he asked me about a stock, whatever, XYZ. And I said, if it were in my portfolio, and I always answer the question, what would I do if I owned it? If I can't own it myself, then I say I don't have an edge. But I said to him, if it were in my portfolio and this is what it was doing, I would sell it. Yeah, and he kind of put his head down and he shook his head, and I said, I'm not trying to be a wise guy, but I noticed your reaction. What can you tell me? He said, when you move houses and you have to clean out your house and you have to go into the attic and you have to throw away stuff and you have to figure out what you're going to take. He said, yeah. And he says, how aggravating that is and how time consuming and how draining it is? I said, yeah, of course. He said, that's what it's like for me when I have to sell a stock. He said, because I've done so much work on it. I know the management. I know the customers. I know the business. I know all the fundamentals. When I'm wrong and the stock is going against me, I find it so hard because I've invested so much time. And I think
it's his strength and his weakness, but go ahead. Yeah,
and I think technicals, or at least giving yourself a level to tell you where you're wrong, eliminates the subjectivity there. It allows you to be more objective. And I found over time that the most successful people in the business recognize that they're going to make mistakes, and they don't allow their current mistake to affect them on their next decision, which is kind of like the way Derek Jeter played baseball. If he struck out this at bat, it did not matter in his next at bat. The next at bat was different.